This is a short yoga practice for your shoulders. I'm Cindy, a yoga teacher and wellness coach. We're going to start with a moving cow face pose, simply by taking one arm out, reaching it up, bending at the elbow, and just tapping somewhere along your back body. Then reach the arm up again. As you go out, internally rotate, flipping the hand around, and then bending the elbow and tapping the back of the hand somewhere on the body. Stay with your same side, same arm, for a few more times, just going through your range of motion. I like this one because it does take you through full range of motion for the shoulder. Once you've done 3 times each way on that side, move over to the second side. As you go one arm at a time, it lets you really pay attention to the sensations that are happening through your shoulder. And always take care of yourself. There's no reason to push or force. And in fact, if your shoulder doesn't completely move up, then just go to where you can. Again, 3 times on each side. And then we'll do both arms together with one arm going up and the other arm going to the down position. Keep it moving though, and just switch. Eventually, you're going to want to hold. And as you come to a hold, if your hands don't touch, you can just grab hold of your shirt. You could also use a yoga strap here if you have one handy. And we're just going to hold, allowing the stretch to happen, taking some deep breaths. Release this side and go over to the second side. Again, grab your shirt if your fingers don't touch. If you can grab your fingers, just hold on to your hands. Breathe. Good. And then release and relax. Next, we're going to come into tabletop position. All fours, letting the shoulders and the wrists be aligned. Then step your knees back until you can come into a knee plank. That means that your hips are forward. So if you were to draw a line from your outer shoulder past your outer hip to your outer knee, it would be a nice straight line. So from your knee plank, you're going to look a little bit forward. Try to keep your chin up, and we're just going to bend the elbows out to the sides and then press up. And you're going to do that a few times, preferably lowering down to a place that you can recover from. You know, if that's all the way down to your chest, great. If it's not, that's okay too. You want to do about 6 of these, and you want the 6th one to be really difficult. So whatever that means for you, which might mean that you have to tuck your toes under and do a full plank press. Once you've gotten that, you're going to take your hips back towards your heels. Leave your hands locked into place and feel long through the sides of the body. You can, if you have a sticky mat, you can press down into your sticky mat, and without letting your hands lift, as you draw your hips back, you might get a little traction sensation through your shoulders. Then let's rock forward, going back through our knee plank and allowing the hips to drop towards the floor any amount. Keep pushing through your hands, draw your shoulders back and down, reach the chest forward. It's a modified cobra pose. Good, and then take the hips back so they stay right over top of your knees and place the elbows down onto the floor. Once the elbows are down, you're going to take one hand and stretch it forward towards the front edge of your mat, making a nice long sensation through the side of the body. You might be able to drop your head down towards the floor. If this feels really intense, stay here. If you can, you're going to turn your gaze forward and allow your chest to drop down some more. Good, let's come up and switch sides. Other arm reaches forward towards the front of your mat. Maybe you're going to drop your head down. That will make you more comfortable. That might feel like a nice stretch. You want a little more, you'll lift your head, look forward, and drop your chest toward the floor. Come on back up. Return to table pose, hands right under shoulders. And now we're going to take one arm and reach it up towards the sky and then dive through underneath of the other arm, setting the shoulder and the head towards the floor as if you've lost something under the couch and you're trying to find it. This hand that's in front of your face can stay there, just offering support, or you can take that hand up and behind you, wrapping behind your back. That's going to put a little more pressure into your neck. So if you have a cervical condition, then skip this one. Keep your hand down so you can keep support. Take one more breath here. And then plant the hand down if it's up and unwind yourself. Moving over to the second side where arm reaches up, dive through. Remember to take the free hand and wrap it behind if you like. And let's go ahead and unwind. Good, and then come back into center. Let's make our way back to sitting. Once seated, we're going to come into eagle pose, Garudasana arms. So the arms are going to be out to the sides, and as you cross the arms over, you're going to try to stack the elbows. So you see that action? You're going to stack your elbows with a hook, hooking the elbows so you can hook and stay here. You can hug, bending the top elbow, or you can bind, taking your forearms so that they're touching and then wrapping the hands. So one of those is going to work for you. Do the one that works the best. If this feels really intense, stay right where you are. If you've got your bind and you still want a little more, you can grab very small movements, gradually lifting the elbows up and then lowering them down. Maybe only about an inch or two. Inhale up, exhale down. It just changes the sensation. One more time. Good, and then relax. Hopefully you noticed which arm was on top, because now we'll go to the second side for a hook, a hug, or a bind. And then inhaling up, exhaling down with the elbows, but only if that feels good in your shoulders. If it's too intense, don't do it. Work your way to the more intense sensations. Good, and then let's relax, letting the hands come down. And then we're going to draw the shoulders up to the ears and drop them down a few times. Inhale up, exhale through your mouth, let them down. And then double time. And then let the shoulders drop down, let the chin come to the chest. Roll the head over towards one shoulder, letting the ear face the shoulder on that side. Come back chin to chest and over to the other side. Sometimes we have shoulder issues that actually comes from neck tension. That's why we're working with the neck here. Go to the second side, or the first side again. And final one. Good. And then lift the head. And thanks a lot for coming. If you'd like to lie down for Shavasana, I always recommend that. Spend about 3 minutes and make sure that you like and follow for more. And if you like these practices, I do longer, full-length practices. If you go to my website, you can sign up for one, cindywargo.com.